All right, you guys. Well, inflation got them fraud cases flying off the shelves right now because everybody is going into banks and just trying to cash some crazy checks. And the stories behind some of these checks just have me absolutely blown away. It literally just does not make any sense. Now, I think this is one of the dumbest crimes people can do because you're literally walking yourself into handcuffs. Like if you go steal, a bag of chips, you go steal something from a store, at least steal from Target, at least you have the opportunity to run away. But at the bank, you're sitting there nilly-dilly, the bank tellers are slowly like, yeah, let's get your ID. And, oh yeah, we'll take care of it. We just, we're just inputting information in the system. Meanwhile, they hit the red button under the desk. They are police already on the way. And you're just sitting there thinking everything's all good. I mean, look at this bank teller. Look at her. She is staring at the cop from the corner of her eye. That right there should make you turn around and look like, who the hell is behind me? But you're not, So this mature lady is going to be giving us a nice little story about how much money she made. Let's see. Let's find out. You guys, before we jump in, make sure you leave a like down below. Also, a comment. And if you want to support the channel even further, you can join the iBoy Nation by hitting the join button down below. That would really help my channel out, and it literally costs less than a cup of coffee. But let's dive right in.
It's just the company have been seeing a lot of fraud checks going on. So because of it, they wanted me to report it. So I had to get the police involved on the check. I'm so sorry. She came in with the check today. Trying to negotiate it.
Oh, damn. She didn't even know the police were there. Oh, man. They rode up on bikes.
Is there somewhere we could talk? Or?
Yeah, come to office.
Everybody in the business. Everybody looking. Oh, man. Police in shorts and bicycles. Oh, man. They about to throw her on the back of a bike. This is gonna be insane. If they put her on the back of a bike, I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna fall out of my chair.
Thank you.
Sorry.
You have your ID on you, man?
I do. I just explained to her, I don't cash pictures. That came to me by my billing address. It was a company that I used to work for before the pandemic hit. So, I even reached out to the bank myself, and I even said, hey, this was sent to me by my mailing address. I don't need to cash a fake check. I have a legitimate job.
Okay. You ready?
So I'm just saying, I don't need anything on my record because I ain't never been to jail for no fraud, nothing. So that's one thing for sure is I never been to a jail for fraud. I never did fraud. That's the second check I got by mail. The first one, I just tossed it because it was hey, I don't.
But if you look at the back, there's no watermarks or anything.
So, I don't deal with checks anymore. I usually get everything strictly deposit. So that's why I'm curious, hey, I even called them before I came here. And say, hey, can you guys verify this over the phone? She said no.
You still have the letter? The mail?
It was no letter. It just came in an envelope.
Or the envelope?
And no, I don't have the envelope. Sorry. I kind of tossed it. It came in an envelope with my mailing address. And it took me.
Did she try to cash it or?
Cash.
She came here to try to cash it.
Okay. She's saying she just came in here to try to verify its validity.
No, she asked to verify the check. She spoke to her. She told her that she'll verify it and what's her intentions to do with the check. She wanted to cash it with us. We asked her where the check came from, if I'm not mistaken. She said that she'd been waiting for it. She's COVID. That the company disappeared on her, and they magically just mailed her a $9,000 check.
Yeah. What is my next step of filing a complaint against the company that sent it?
No, we'll get there in a sec.
You still live at the address in your license?
No, I was gonna change that. I meant to change my address, so I'm kind of gonna change that on my next day off. Well, that's not my license. But I'm in the process of moving, so I'm in the process of moving. So that I gotta change my license on this week. Well, next week, because I took today to rip and run, finish moving, doing errands and everything.
Okay.
And just like I explained to the young lady, I was like, I don't deal with checks, period. Like, I usually have my bank to call and verify. I usually come to the bank wherever the check is issued to have them to verify it. That's why I didn't go to my own bank, because I didn't want to deposit and then have fraud hit on my own account. I was like, let me call this bank and see if they can verify it for me.
She then said that, and then I was asking some questions. I'm like, did this amount match what they owed you? Just questions like that. And she's like, well, I made about this much. I didn't really think about to add it up and stuff like that, because that's a lot of money.
Yep.
And so her story was just not really making sense.
Well, stay in here. Just sit tight for us. We're trying to figure this out, right?
All right, so just start right here, print your name, and then exactly what you already explained to us, just write it down for us. Okay.
All right.
You might be here a minute, so if you want to have a seat, you can have a seat.
How long is a minute?
How long is a minute? Girl, you about to be there for at least an hour. You about to be there for a while. He just trying to set the bar straight that you are going to be there for a while. Now, the crazy part that I was kind of thinking about is, why would she say, oh yeah, I got another check from them and I just threw it away? Who works for a company and receives a check in the mail and just throws it away? You had the feeling when you got the first one that it was absolute fraud. You had the feeling this was fake. You never worked for them ever a day in your life and you received a $4,000 check. So you just threw it away. But then you got another one. And she said, oh, shit. Let me see if I could take a day off to cash this. They sending me checks like this. Let me go ahead and cash it. Girl, this is the stupidest scheme. It's like, I don't know who send these checks out, but it's literally a setup to put you in jail. You got an enemy. I mean, but it's happened to me before. I didn't go to jail, but I also didn't try to cash the fucking check. I received it and I threw it away because I know I didn't work for the time and the money that was on that check. It was like $5,000. Yeah, right. Yeah, 2 weeks of pay. Yeah.
Like longer than 30 minutes.
At this point, would I just be like, can I just take the charges and leave?
So
Even though it's not like,
So are you admitting that you did something?
no, I'm just saying.
So why
if
would
I-
you want to take the charges?
Just so I can go.
But you're not leaving.
Go where?
If you take the charges, you be going to jail.
No, my peoples was like, go to the bank, check it out, because you don't want to just stretch something that could be what they owed you. And I was like, no, I really don't need it. I have 2 jobs now, like, what do I really need it?
So
but then
Everybody
They got a hold of
needs
somebody
money.
at that company.
they did. Well, I tried. Nobody answered for me. And what did they say?
That is not a good check.
She is so nervous.
Yeah.
She is so nervous.
Busy moving and working wise, so I haven't take the time out to come to a bank or go to my bank. And you want that to know?
No, not yet.
All right, perfect.
Yeah,
Thank
but
you.
she 100% said she was going to cash it or wanted to cash it.
I'm all for if I can give you the old manager's phone number, you can probably call them. They can verify whatever you guys need.
So we would have to get our own number through our own numbers.
But even if it's trying to help make the process a little bit faster.
It's only helping you, not me.
But I'm saying, like, in general, it'll help the situation if you get the phone number.
If we got a phone number, not from you.
Hello? Hi. Hey, how you doing? This is Officer Boone with OPD. Good. So I guess a check from your company was, they attempted to cash it at the Seacoast?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I can give you the manager's phone number.
You give us his name,
Michael.
Michael. It's a very common name.
Oh, please don't make me try to remember the last name. It's very...
There's probably 20 Michaels that work at our department.
Do you guys want to press charges? I mean, somebody was trying to defraud your company on $9,000. It's up to you guys.
But I mean, like...
So we see this a lot. People get checks from people on the outside. They're like, hey, go to this bank, check the cash or cash the check, and I'll give you a percentage of it.
No.
None of that happened.
Nobody told me to cash anything. The check literally came by mail.
You didn't print that check yourself.
No.
You don't have
I
a
wish I
printer
had
in
the
your car.
skills to do that.
Because I've seen that too.
I don't have a printer in the car. If you want, you can literally, my car's like literally right there.
What up?
You guys, I don't know if you guys caught that right there. So we'll go back right here. Did you guys catch that? So this cop is saving the other cop's ass right now because he did not read her Miranda rights before he started questioning her about the situation.
Checks from people on the outside.
Watch.
They're like, hey, go to this bank, check the cash or cash the check, and I'll give you a percentage of it.
Watch what he does.
None of that happened.
Nobody told me to cash
He's
anything.
like, wait,
The check literally came
bro, you're
by mail.
asking too many
You
questions.
didn't print that check yourself.
No.
Look,
You don't have
I
a
wish I
printer
had
in
the
your car.
skills to do that.
look,
Because I've seen that too.
Miranda
I don't
her.
have a printer in the car. If you want, you can literally, my car's like literally right there.
Bingo. You see
What
that?
up? She has to try to contact the owner of the company.
Got to know the law, you
I
guys.
know for a fact that I don't print the checks. I mean, I wish I had the skills to, but
You don't print the checks?
No.
Or you didn't print that check?
didn't print no check at all. I don't have the skills to do it. Like, I didn't go to college to do all that extra technology stuff. I just went to school with business and law, and that was it.
So, so this is the check. So they're saying like it's fake. That's supposed to be up here.
You need to try and could you ask me if they would call the manager that if I did give them the number? I know you said it'll be kind of like a race, but
Well, we can call the company.
Do you remember the guy last name?
Cole,
Michael Cole? Isn't that like a designer?
no?
It's Michael Kors. Hold on. I thought I heard your voice in there.
When you call for you go, this is what you get.
Hey, if they do want to press charges, do I like email them a statement later?
Yeah, you can just email them a statement and just say, hey, fill this out. Just someone to say yes, they want to do it. Just
Okay.
something now enough to make the arrest.
Okay.
So, question. Where do we go next?
I think a detective's coming out to talk to you.
But I don't cash fake checks. Like, hands down, like, I came and brought them the check, and I said, hey, I got this in the mail. This is what it was. And there was the lady, she came and said, what do you want to do with the check? She asked me, I said, cash it if you can. Like, it was no, okay, I'm here to cash a check type thing.
Yes, on charges.
Can you bring back to verify she was an employee?
She's never been an employee there, and neither is Michael Cole.
So what happened today? I know it seems like you probably already detailed it to them, but just so you can catch me up on game so I know what's going on.
Last month, I got a check by mail from a company that I used to work for.
Last month?
Yeah,
Okay, what was the name of the company?
it was, I don't remember the name. I just know it was a call center, but they had closed down right when the pandemic hit.
Okay.
But
How long did you work there?
a year.
A year.
6 months to a year before the pandemic came around.
Okay.
So,
And you don't remember the name of the company?
I'm sorry. It's
That's
just,
fine.
I worked so many jobs after
Yeah.
that, just trying to stay afloat with
Yeah.
bills and everything.
Okay.
What's crazy is this was a $9,000 check. I don't know what she was thinking where you don't remember the name of the company that was paying you $9,000 to take calls in a call center after 6 months and you don't remember the name of the company. Crazy work. But $9,000, girl. I mean, what did you work? You never got off the clock ever for 6 months. For that amount of money, you never got off the clock. That's crazy, man. I mean, I'm exaggerating, but that's crazy. $9,000, any bank is going to flag and question that. That's a lot of money coming out of the drawer. Every bank is going to dive in and question that.
You got direct deposit from them, or did you get paid by check from them?
From them, I got direct deposit.
Direct
that was
deposit?
like a long time ago with
She's a bad liar.
Like,
Okay, so you don't bank with that bank
I
anymore?
don't bank with Chase no more.
Okay, so when you work for them, you bank with Chase.
Yes.
You got direct deposit from them via Chase.
Yes.
Okay.
Then after, and that's from that job, I went and started working. I didn't go to McDonald's right away. I applied for McDonald's, but they said I don't have the qualification skills. So I went.
Really? Wow. Okay.
So I went to SeaWorld, got hired at SeaWorld, Universal, and
Yeah. So who you bank with now?
additional finance.
Okay, so from Chase you went to additional finance, or
No, I went to like a different bank after that. I went to Wells Fargo.
why you keep moving banks?
Cause like
I had Chase Bank since I was in high school.
it was like,
You know?
well, first I started with Bank America, and then they start talking about how Bank America is scamming people and stuff, and that's why I moved to Chase.
Okay. And my understanding is the check that you came and cashed today was from this employee that you used to work at that you don't remember the name.
No, I don't. I mean, yes, but I've worked at several jobs. I'm not the type of person to scam anybody. Like I ain't never.
I don't listen. I don't think you're the type of person that's gonna scam anybody.
But I have had coworkers hit me up on Facebook.
Yeah.
And they was like, "Hey, do you remember the company we used to work for?" Like, I was like, "Girl, I don't remember half the places I worked." They was like, "Well, sure. But what about it?" And they were like, "Oh, well, they sent me a check for $7,000." I was like, "Oh, okay, that's kudos for you." I mean, I don't really need it because I'm making ends meet with the two little jobs that I got, even though it's still a little struggle. That I might have to pick up a third job when summer starts. I mean, summer ends. But other than that, like, I just been, working,
Making it work.
living from paycheck to paycheck, basically.
Okay.
You
And
know,
when you work for the company that's on the check that you don't remember the name, who was the manager there? Who was your supervisor?
Michael. My supervisor was Michael.
Michael Cole. Okay. And did you work directly for that company?
Yes. After I left the company, like, sugarcoat nothing. I had a relationship with him up to like 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
Like that was just like years after we both left the company. It wasn't nothing like,
You in a relationship with anybody now?
no,
Single.
just see.
You got kids? 2 kids?
Yeah,
How old are they?
7 and 8.
7 and 8. Where they at right now?
My friend's house, and I'm gonna go get them from her house because they was playing with her kids.
Okay. So let's talk about the check. What's the deal with the check? You said you got it in the mail?
I got it in the mail, just like everybody else that reached out to me on social media. Well, one girl called me through social media, and she was like,
Just bragging about the check.
pretty much. I guess she didn't have my direct phone number anymore. So she called me through social media. And she was like, well, the company, they sent me a check. And I'm like, okay. I was like, for what? And she was like, remember when we worked and then they had shut down? She was like, yeah.
What friend is that?
Jessica.
Jessica, right? And I don't know. I don't know if this young lady, she should know better. But severance packages don't really work like that. If a company shut down and they laid you off or whatever the case may be, she hasn't gotten to that part of her lying story. But severance packages don't work like that. A lot of the times you have to sign a severance package before you're laid off, or right after you're laid off. They'll have you sign a severance and they'll pay you while you're laid off, or they'll pay you a set amount of money, right? I've been through it. I'm pretty sure a lot of you been through it. I've gotten a severance. You've gotten a severance. You know how it works. I know how it works. And a lot of the times that set money, so say they're going to give you $7,000, most of the time it's not one lump sum payment. It's normally you continue your 2-week paychecks that's going to come, even though you don't work there anymore, but they're going to continue until that $7,000 is depleted. They don't just give you $9,000 in a check that doesn't even have a watermark on the back. It just does not work like that, you guys. And so her scheme is just falling deeper and deeper and deeper. And she's just making a fool of herself.
Jessica, you got her phone number?
Yeah.
No. Okay, what's her last name?
I'm not even gonna lie.
You got her on social media? Can you pull it up on your social media?
But to be honest, I think she blocked me because she thinks she probably felt jealous. No offense, like I don't know, because I went to go back to try to call her, and when I got mine, I couldn't find her. But
how long after she had got hers did you get yours?
3 weeks later.
When you worked for this company, did they owe you any money?
We were supposed to get paid one more check, or at least between 1 to 2 more checks.
1 to 2 more checks.
Because we did work from home. When they shut the office and stuff down, because
how much did you get paid when you were there?
$15 an hour.
$15 an hour. You work 40 hours a week.
And then we got paid every 2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks, so about roughly how much was that?
Sometimes my checks would be at 9. Then sometimes my checks would be roughly at
800. Okay.
And then sometimes my check would be like $9.90.
Okay, so it's fair to say if you were owed 2 months worth of money, at $1,800 a month on the high end.
Without
still at $3,600. If you were owed money.
Yes.
It's probably not going to be 9,000.
That's exactly what I said when I was doing my calculations.
Yeah, that don't add up.
It didn't add up. So I'm like, okay, let me see here. Like,
Did you call the company?
I tried. It was the number I had tried to call was no longer in service.
When did you try to call them?
4 days after I got the check.
Okay. And which was one? A month ago?
And then after that, I just been busy moving and working my jobs and trying to just stay afloat. I kind of was like, well, even with friends of mine, I'm not gonna say friends. Let's just say. So
you've been trying to stay afloat.
Basically.
You've been working, hustling, and you got this $9,000 check a month ago. But yeah, you don't think, let me go cash this check to help me out?
No, I've been doing it, now, like, you know what I mean? On my own with the
kind of know what you mean.
Just stretching out my paychecks, from here and there.
So. This is me as a reasonable person, and I get a check that's owed to me for $9,000. I'm cashing that baby right away. Right?
I'm dropping it, cashing it right away. I agree, though. If I worked, I don't know how many hours that would be. She makes, $15 an hour, roughly, let's just say $1,000 a paycheck. Not even, but let's just say that's still, what would that be? Like 3.5 months? Yeah, that's 3.5 months of pay that you did not get. Yeah, give me a $9,000 check that's legit from my job that I'm working right now. I'm calling a day off. I got a free day off. I'm going to go cash this bad boy. I don't even cash checks, so it's going to get direct deposited. But if there was just so happened to be that reason why they couldn't do that and they sent me a legit $9,000 check, I'm going to go cash it and I'm paying off.
And of it, because I was kind of skeptical about cashing checks anyways. So I was like, no. And then I talked to my family members and, family members and other associates that got theirs. I was like, did that check was like legit? And it was like, yeah. And some never responded. And I was like, okay.
So you're skeptical about the check?
I just kind of just pushed it to the side because I had a lot going on.
Why were you skeptical about the check?
Because,
Was it the way that it looked?
yeah,
Where's the check at?
it was the way it looked, and it was just like,
What about it was skeptical over looking at it?
Right.
What looked weird about it?
for one, a check is never this big.
Okay.
I'm just, being straightforward. It's never this big.
I've seen a couple checks that big before.
The little gold stamp thingy, I never seen a check with a gold stamp or
Okay.
silver stamp or something. And it was just on the back.
What about that?
You can usually it'll say no copy, but it was just for me. It was like I just folded it up like this and just.
Let's look at the check.
And I just usually put it in my wallet. And I'm kind of just like.
Did the fonts throw you off a little bit?
Yeah.
So, looking at this check, right, using everything that you pointed out to me, right, it's probably fair to say this is a fake check.
Yes.
Yeah, right. All right. I appreciate you for talking with me, but now I have a couple questions for you. Okay? And this is where I just want you to be truthful with me at this point. So, but hold on. Because you ain't been 100% with me.
Yes, I am.
Oh, yeah. And that's okay. Because I got a quick memory. It happened. It's gone. I ain't even worried about it anymore. Okay? But I am worried about you at this point. Because someone got you in here cashing a check that you know is fake. Okay? Hold on. Time out. No, listen to me.
I know it's fake when I looked at it by the mail. And that's why I kind of was like, I brushed it off. I was going to shred it myself. But, like I said,
Yeah.
other co-workers and friends and not saying family, but they somewhat like family. Oh yeah, it's a legit check, cash it. I got my money type of whatever.
But you and I both look at this check,
And we
and you
know.
just told me that it was fake, pretty much.
Yes.
All right.
Then why would you take it to the bank? If you know it's fake, you could look at it. It's too big. The fonts are off. It got a weird stamp on it. The back of it's blank. There's no copy. You read all the red flags. What in your mind thought that you could go just get this free $9,000 from a company that you never worked for? Like, even if it came in the mail and you don't know who it came from, you got to go down. It's unfortunate, but you should have just been honest. Just be honest and say, hey, I don't know where this came from. I just tried to cash it. Either way, it's fraud. Either way it goes, it's fraud. But prolonging the process doesn't make it any better. It just doesn't. All the lying, it's hard to keep up with lies. You guys know that, right? You know the saying, a liar never can remember his own lie. They can't never remember their own story. Everything changes constantly. Oh, yeah, Jessica told me that she got $7,000. And then he asks, oh, can you get Jessica's name? I don't know her last name. Oh, can you get her social media? Oh, I think she blocked me. Liars, just stories never add up. So she should have just came clean and just took the walk. I mean, that would have been a lot easier than prolonging the process.
So
That's the reason why I.
So hold on now. I'm just gonna, everything that you told me in the conversation so far, I'm gonna tell it back to you and you're gonna tell me how this makes sense, right? Okay? You say you work at a call center, right? This should just be a call center check. But you don't even know the name.
I don't remember the name.
This check is from Construction Inc. That's not a call center. Okay? For one. Alright? Even if you did work at this company.
Construction.
Okay? I call the company. We talk to the company. They don't know you, and they don't know no Michael Cole.
They don't know Michael Cole.
Listen, Ashley, listen. Okay. That's not true.
Okay.
Alright. So, I'm gonna let you look at this check. I'm gonna let you think about everything that you just told me. Alright, I'm gonna give you a second. And I just want you to tell me the truth about the check.
And it was the truth. I'm being
Now listen to me. If you just want to stick to that story, that's fine. Cause I already, listen. Shh. I already talked to the company. okay? They don't know you or Michael Cole. All right, so that's a lie. B, you just told me you knew the check was fake, yet you ain't here trying to cash it.
No, I wasn't trying to cash it.
Okay.
I came in here to ask them to verify because, hey.
I spoke to the teller, and he said you came in here to try to cash the check.
No, I didn't. I told her, I said
Okay.
I was really skeptical about this check that I got in the mail from a company.
You just pointed out to me multiple different reasons and multiple different things about the check that you knew was fake. Why even come in here and waste your time and do that?
Because, like I said, because of other employees that I used to work with.
Okay.
That was the only reason why. Other
All right,
than that,
Ashley.
I would have.
Look at this check. Process the truth.
That is the truth.
I'm gonna step back a little bit.
Honestly, that is the truth.
I'm gonna wait for you to tell me the truth.
That is the truth, sir.
Who are you talking to on the phone?
Nobody. Well, Michael. I just texted him. I said, hey, the company that you said that we used to work for, they sent the check. And I said, they said that the check.
Can I see what you wrote, Michael?
I cannot believe she just said that she talked to Michael Cole. She is digging a deeper and deeper hole. Can you guys believe this at this point? Like, I really cannot believe that she, out of her mouth, said that she was talking to Michael, a made-up, fictional, imaginary friend. What the fuck, man? You can't make this up. You cannot. She is a compulsive liar. She can't do nothing but keep lying. It's crazy.
He said, didn't you cash the check? I said no. Because he asked me if I cashed the check. When I got it, I said no because I was so busy working, whatever.
What number is this?
That's the WhatsApp number. That's how I communicate with him.
Is this the person who...
Works with the company. Well,
Okay, is this the person who sent you the check?
Yes, we both used to work with the company.
Okay.
And he got the same check that I got. And I was like, and I just told him, I said...
Can I see?
And I just told him, me and him was in a relationship up to like 2 weeks ago, but it was getting difficult trying to do a long distance relationship.
What does this person have you doing? Tell me the rundown.
Oh, she got the Nigerian scammer. Oh, she got the Nigerian scammer. This is getting deep, you guys. She literally pulled out her WhatsApp, which is full of scams. And she's talking about we were in a relationship, a long distance, and he sent you a check to cash. Crazy. This is getting wild.
This is Michael. Me and him both used to work with the company together. Not that company, but the call center. And he was telling me that he'll help me pay for my expenses because I was telling him that I was having little problems, minor work that needed to be done on my vehicle. And he was like, okay, I know, all right, I got you. I'll send you a check by mail. You can cash it. And then as of today, you can clearly see right here, when I had told him, I was like, hey, the check that you sent me at the bottom. I was like, when I told him here, I was like, hey, the check that you got, and you said.
I don't see what you're saying.
No.
You're saying something that's not on the phone.
No, here.
You're telling me something that's not there in the phone.
No, I texted him Monday. I was like, hey, he never responded. Then I got a phone call on Monday night.
So how you want to cash in the check that you sent me? Right?
Yeah,
that you're saying you got a month ago by this company, now it's from this Michael guy.
Which we both used to work for the same.
Who doesn't work at the company because I already talked to the company. He finally have a day off. Hi, what the hell? The check is not real. Hi, what do you mean? Well, you knew the check wasn't real because you explained it to me, which is why you've been holding on to it for a month.
Yeah.
Okay. You said you cashed it before, so I avoided the check.
And that's the honest truth. I don't have nothing to lie about. I really want to go get my kids. Because, now I'm to the point that I don't even deal with this.
Okay. And this number is an overseas phone number.
That's the reason why we had literally stopped we really like, you know.
Have you ever seen this person in real life?
Yes, we used to work together.
Okay. And then once you cash this check, what were you supposed to do with the funds?
It was supposed to take care of my expenses.
Expenses for what?
Whatever I needed around the house, or my car needed to be repaired, but I got that done. So I'm literally telling you the truth. I had nothing to do with any fraud.
So this guy gave you a check to cover your expenses that you don't even know who this is. It can be anybody, saying it's anybody's name.
Michael Pope. Me and him used to work together at the call center.
Okay. All right.
I don't have nothing to lie about. Like, all I want to do right about now is like, now I'm starting to feel a little uncomfortable. I just want to go home to my kids, because like now I'm starting to be like.
Well, unfortunately,
You're not gonna go home to your kids right now.
But
Okay. Because you just tried to cash a fake check.
I didn't try to cash anything. I literally came here and asked the lady, you can even go get her. I asked her to verify.
and then you told me the check is from this company.
Yes.
Now you're telling me the check's from this guy that has some overseas phone number that you're saying is Michael, that you've never seen this
I
person.
have seen him before. We used to work
How do you
together.
know that's Michael that's texting you on WhatsApp?
Because he said he couldn't use his phone because he's overseas. And then after that, like, that's literally the reason why. I'm telling you the truth. Honestly, the truth. Like,
Tell me the truth from the beginning.
So in the beginning, me and him had a relationship.
Okay.
Like you clearly see.
A relationship over text?
No, we was really in a relationship.
Like you guys would see each other in real life?
Yes.
Okay.
Then he moved, you know, over there where he's at now
Where is that?
in Connecticut, overseas.
Okay.
She just said Connecticut is overseas. Wait. Let me see what the cops.
Overseas in Connecticut.
That's what he said. He moved to Connecticut.
Okay.
Personally,
Oh my gosh. I can't even watch anymore. She literally just says Connecticut is overseas. He literally moved overseas to Connecticut. Connecticut's overseas. Yes. Well, whoa, what are we dealing with right now, you guys? What are we dealing with? What the hell?
I was like, okay, we can try to make this work.
That cop is
And I thought,
rolling
oh,
laughing.
I don't want to do a long.
How long have you guys been trying this long distance relationship thing?
A good little minute.
Okay. A good long minute is what, a week, a
I'd
month?
say 3, 4 months.
Okay.
And like, you know, it after a while, when you don't hear the person's voice every day, you know, you just be like, oh, I feel like they're cheating, or oh, I feel like they're doing this, that, and the third.
Have you talked to this guy on the phone?
Yes.
Call him on the phone. Can I talk to him?
Oh, absolutely.
Put on speaker.
Hello? Hello? Yeah, I can hear you. Question.
Let's talk to him about the check.
Honey, the check that you sent me for my expenses, since you voided the check, they're saying that it's not a legit check at the bank.
What?
They're saying that it's not a legit check at the bank.
Okay, I see it.
No, honey, what I'm saying is this. He hung up from. Oh my gosh.
Where is Michael from?
He asked if I'm still here, and I said yes.
Where is he from?
England. He has an accent, an Indian accent.
What did he say?
He said, you're in the bank. You're like, yes. So that's why I said, he sent me the check. He said, he's like, I'm going to send you.
Guys, she's just going deeper and deeper. She said he's from England with the Indian accent, but he clearly sounds African, clearly sounds like he's from over in, you know, that part of the world. He definitely didn't sound England or Indian. And she's just digging herself a deeper and deeper hole. She's talking about honey this. He's like, what the fuck? Who are you? I don't even know you. I WhatsApp 500 people a day. I don't know you. I sent you a check. I got 500 girlfriends. You all are my girlfriends. You're my girlfriend. You're my girlfriend. You're my girlfriend. You guys, if you want to watch the whole video, it will be linked down in the description. But man, this girl, this is one of the worst liars I've ever seen in my life. This is literally one of the worst liars I've ever seen in my life. You guys, before we go, make sure you leave a like down below. Also, subscribe, comment, share, and YouTube will pick a video just for you to watch next. Sit back and enjoy it. Till next time, folks, I'll see you in the next one.